After Darth Zannah defeated Darth Bane in a duel, Bane tried to do essence transfer. But what if he was actually successful? What if Bane succeeded in essence transfer and controlled Zannah's body? In the 980 BBY, Zannah and Bane finally engaged in a fight that would determine who was the real Dark Lord of the Sith, after they both survived their first duel. Zannah technically emerged victorious, but it was said that part of Bane's consciousness was transferred into Zannah. You see, Bane didn't really consider Zannah worthy of taking the mantle of the Dark Lord of the Sith. He wanted to train another apprentice, as Bane didn't saw the future under Zannah's hands. She lacked the vision. They engaged in a battle of wills, Bane seeking to obliterate her identity, while she attempted to force him out of her body. They were matched evenly for a moment, but Zannah finally defeated him, banishing his consciousness from within her. Nevertheless, part of Bane remained imprinted upon Zannah. But what does that even mean? Part of Bane remained imprinted upon Zannah. What? So she was mostly Zannah, but part of Bane stayed in her body? What does that even mean? So he did kinda survive, but just part of him? Okay, we could be now just like, you know, life moves on, Zannah trains Coggins, but no. So Bane did kinda survive, kinda, right? So his body was obliterated and most of his spirit was destroyed, but part of his essence transfer was successful. So as far as I know, we don't really know nothing else about all of this. So let's see everything that is actually said about this in the novel. Even from a distance, she had sensed an incredible burst of power, the same power she had sensed in Bane himself. She didn't know how it was possible, but it almost seemed as if the Dark Lord's life energy burst free of his physical form and once glorious instant, releasing itself upon the material world. Then, as suddenly as she had sensed the presence, it was gone, vanishing like an animal gone to ground. She couldn't help but notice that as she was speaking, Zannah was continuously clenching and unclenching the fingers of her left hand. You see, Darth Bane had problems with tremors in his hand. Now, if that's not the proof that Bane survived, I don't know what it is. So, Zannah got tremors in her hand after Bane tried to do essence transfer in her. Now, there is a problem with that. Bane had tremors cause he was old, you know? Well, yeah. So, if he was transformed into a new body, he shouldn't have them anymore, right? Although we don't really know what exactly is transferred during the essence transfer, I highly doubt that just because the spirit goes into a new body, the whole nervous system goes into a new body, probably just the personality of that person, right? But we don't really know anything more about that, so we can't deny really that this is a pretty strong evidence that Bane survived, right? Now, there are some other bizarre stuff about all of this. After Bane, almost all successors of the Rule of Two tried to do essence transfer before they were killed. So everybody had the same idea. They all wanted to take the body of their apprentice. And not just that, Palpatine was very good at essence transfer. But how? Palpatine never dedicated a lot of his time to essence transfer. How could he master the technique so quickly? It's because he is Lord Bane. Well, no, I don't think that is true, but it's definitely a fun thing to think about. But there are many reasons why I think that this is actually not the case and Bane didn't actually survive. First off, more or less every Sith that came after Bane was, well, different. For example, Bane don't need to sleep. Bane is still fundamentally a human, right? So even if he is a spirit in another body, he would probably still need to sleep. Another thing is that all of these Sith were different and were very influenced by their species. What I mean by that is that, for example, Darth Tenebrous was a Bit, and he swore to efficiency of Bit science. if Bane would really possess his body, he wouldn't be so into this stuff, you know? Some of them loved to use lightsabers and some didn't. Basically, there is not even a glimpse of Bane's personality in any of them. Furthermore, they are all really different. They all believe different things and all of them have different personalities. So this is why I just don't believe in this theory. Although part of his consciousness did kinda survive. All of these Sith are very different from one another. So Drew Carpathian actually said that this wasn't his intention and that Bane did not survive, so here is a proof that he actually didn't survive. That gets me thinking, why did he then include all of this in his book? But okay, doesn't matter. This is kind of more like a fan fiction. It isn't a real thing and it's confirmed that this isn't what author wanted to say with that. But yeah, it's a fun thing to think about, you know? Okay, that's more or less it for today. So yeah, let me know what you think about all this stuff in the comments. And yeah, see ya.